Hello, welcome to Tarot Sphere. It's good to be here again. I have a confession to make. Having a very good morning. I hope that your morning's going well or your day's going well, depending on what time you might be hearing this video today. I'm so glad that you're listening. It's wonderful. So my confession is I have already picked the card of the day. As you know, I tend to enjoy shuffling and doing it just as it is. So I've picked the card I was sharing, and I just felt directed to start my video again. So there's no shuffling. Here we are. So the card that we have here today is the Judgment card. And as soon as I looked at the Judgment card, I was really picking up on being more in key and in tune with your higher self. So I'm feeling, especially when I take into consideration how the other cards this week have been panning out, that this is more about moving in that direction that is more guided and aligned with your higher self. That's what I feel very strongly. Immediately, actually, when I picked this up, I was reminded instantly of how the previous cards that we've had this week have been panning out and how this is showing up. And I'm feeling for many this is about moving in a different direction and moving in a new direction that is more in tune with your higher self, kind of creating new things. I'm also, for some, feeling as though it's indicating a need to spend a bit of time getting more in touch with your higher self. And it doesn't necessarily, I don't find that means that you have to go to a spiritual group or go to have a specific practice. It could literally mean laying on your bed with your hands open, besides you, and just allowing yourself to relax. Or it could be just by simply going for a walk somewhere quiet and peaceful, somewhere beautiful, or somewhere where you're around nature. It doesn't have to be a specific way of doing anything. Here we all kind of, we all have our different ways, but for some I do feel it indicates a need to spend that time with yourself and get more in tune with yourself. But mostly I am really picking up as a very strong indicator that this is like feeling to me like it's happening on a really large scale, where many of us are making decisions based more aligned with ourselves, with our higher selves, like kind of the connection that we have with our higher selves, and trusting in that. I'm feeling there here, as you can see her. It's a really, really beautiful card. She's really like feeling a lot of freedom. She's got her arms out. It's almost like this moments, like a moment of just being like completely peaceful, joyous, stretching out, kind of like blissful moments. So that kind of energy is like really accessible when we do spend that time with ourselves. We can tap into that energy. I am also looking here and I'm picking up on prayers being answered. This is what I'm getting. Maybe this is completely unrelated to the card meaning, but this is how they speak with me, so I need to share this. I'm feeling that for some people here, this is a really strong indicator that you've been perhaps waiting for something or praying or asking for something here. And I'm feeling very much like there will be some kind of, you will receive some kind of answer. You will hear something. and I'm feeling that it's coming in quite soon. On a whole, this is like this is yet another wonderful message to share. We have also within this, we have I feel a lot of empowering energy. So if we're feeling at the moment perhaps a little bit, there's been setbacks, or there's been something that's been feeling a bit off, and feeling like this will help you enormously, go for that walk. That answered prayer is on its way. Patience, I'm getting patience here. I'm feeling like some have been very patient, and that's a really good thing, because everything has to happen at the right time. Just trusting that everything happens at the right time, even when we don't feel like it is. So judgment also, I'm looking at the letters and I'm looking at the word of this card being a judgment. So I'm feeling like, you know, sometimes things have to take their time, you know, to get to that place where is best for us. Judgment happens, and it's not necessarily resembling a judgment in terms of something that's very practical. It can be a lot to do with judgment in a more of a spiritual sense here. So on that note, wishing you all a lovely day. If you're listening to this in the evening, I hope you've had a lovely day, or at least lovely moments in your day. And I will be back tomorrow, just remembering here the connection with your higher self, and lots of changes happening. I'm just feeling this really strong, moving in new directions that are more aligned with ourselves. That's what I'm picking up. That's where the judgment comes in most strongly, I feel, today with this card. So take care, lots of love, and see you again tomorrow. Thank you.